So in this video we're going to look at making lithium ion cells, and in particular we're going to look at two methods for soldering them up. The first method is not actually soldering, it's using this, which is a battery operated welder, and we'll be using that to actually weld tabs onto the cells. And the second method is using something like this. This is a copper braid, and it's about 8mm thick. You can use 8mm or 10mm copper braid. But this is actually a copper braid with tin over the top, so it's quite easy to solder. Now, which one of these methods you use, of course, is going to depend on your application, whether you use the spot welder or the braid. And it's all going to depend how much current you're going to pull through this battery pack. Now, that current is going to manifest itself in the connections. Whatever you use to connect these poles of the battery together, that's where the heat's going to build up. Let's do an example. Let's have a look at how thick this is. So this is a typical piece of tin that you might get with one of these spot welders. We'll just have a look at this, and we'll just see how thick it actually is. Okay, so it's about 0.15 thick. Now, that's 0.15 millimeters. If I actually use one of these things, now this is actually a battery cap, and it comes out of this battery pack. I sell on my website. Yes, I'm spruiking my own products here. But if you use one of these specifically designed ones, that's about 0.17 millimeters. Okay, that's how thick that is. So if we compare that to a piece of braid, the braid comes in at about 0.78 millimeters. So of course it all comes down to your application. For example, if you're going to use the battery on this quad here, let's just have a look at the size of motors. And what we have is 1603 size motors. So these motors are not going to particularly pull a large amount of amps through that battery pack. So these motors are actually quite efficient, and they don't draw a lot of amps. So using the spot welder and making the battery pack with that will be just fine. If however you've got a larger quad, larger motors, and you're pulling more amps, then definitely go with the braid. Okay, so let's have a look at the first method, the spot welder. Now, these spot welders, you can pick them up online. You can buy them on eBay or Amazon. So this one here is quite similar to the one I've got. It's a BIFRC brand. And I just recommend that you get one with these rubber covered anode cathode things. Now these are actually quite powerful, so when you get them, before you go trying to weld your batteries, make sure you try doing a test weld on some of the tin material that comes with it. Let's give that a try, and I'll show you the settings on this one. Okay, so to turn on, we just hold the button for 3 seconds. Okay, so we've got a readout here. Let's see if we can get a zoom in on that. You can see up the top there it says, okay, and you see up the top there it says GEAR, and it says 1. Okay, so this is actually how powerful it's going to be when it solders. And this unit can actually go up to about 25. Okay, I'm not going to take it up there. Let's take it up to about 20. And I'll just give you an example of why you need to test it first. Okay, that's at 21. Let's go to 20. Okay. And just make sure you read your instructions first so you know how to use this. Right, I'm going to take a little bit of this material. I'll just take 2 pieces and we'll try giving it a test weld. Now this is at a setting of 20, and remember all of these, they're probably going to have different settings, so if you're buying a different brand, that is. Okay, we'll just put them there, and let's see what happens with it set at 20. So we just push one of the, what do you call them, cathodes, one of them down hard, and bring the other one in contact. Okay, right. So I think we can see what happened there. I think you can see that we've actually blown a hole all the way through the material there. Okay, so that's definitely not the sort of thing you want to do on the top of your battery. Alright, so we're just going to bring it down to 10 and see how we go with that setting. Just see what the difference is. Okay, so once again we just set this in place. Put this one on top. Secure it there with the first one. And it does make a difference how hard you press too. You do have to press quite firmly. Okay. There we go. So let's have a look at that. Alright, this time we've got a much better connection. Okay, we haven't burnt all the way through, and if I try to pull them apart, they're very well welded together. Okay, so this is the setting we need to use. Right, so there we go. Make sure you do a test to get your settings right first. And now let's try it on an actual battery pack. Now you can actually just use this tin here that comes with the welder, but I'm actually going to want to use one of these dedicated caps, this one here, and that comes in a battery builder pack. We'll just have a look at here. Okay, so the battery builder pack contains all of your leads, balance lead, XT60, and the part I need to get to is this part here. So these are stickers, little stickers that you put on the battery just to protect make sure we don't get a short after we've soldered it. So I'm just going to put one of those on there, and we've got other various parts here for insulating and covering up the ends as well. Okay, let's put all that aside and we'll get into the soldering, or the welding I should say. Right, I'm just going to hold these two batteries together with some tape, and then we'll just secure them down to the bench with a little bit of blue tack just to hold them in place as we're doing the welding. Okay, connector goes on this way, and just to hold that in place on one side I'm just going to tack it there with a little bit of tape, and that'll just stop it moving while we're doing the first weld. Okay, like this. So this is the side we're going to be welding first. Okay, so I want to do multiple welds, so I'm just going to do the first weld on the edge here. And then we'll just check that to make sure it's held. Okay, seems very good. So we'll go ahead with the next one. Just wait for it to charge up. It says ready there. You probably can't see it, but it says ready. So we'll go for the next one over here. Okay, we might just do one more. Okay, there we go. Right, let's have a look at that. And there's a bit of a close-up of the welds. Okay, they look quite nice. But what if you need something that's going to handle a little bit more current? That's where the copper braid comes in. So I'm going to show you how I prepare my copper braid and solder that. Now the end tends to fray and spread out a little bit, so we don't want that. I'm just going to cut that off about there. And then we're just going to tin this. Okay, so I'm just getting enough solder on there to wet the end and keep those stray ends in place. We'll then measure how long we actually need the piece to be. Okay, that's what we're going to cut it to. Tin the other end now, exactly the same, just to keep all those braids together. I like to do it on both sides. And finally we'll just trim it up a little bit. Just cut the corners off, make it a little bit more rounded. Okay, so it looks like that. Now for soldering the terminals on the battery, the first thing you have to do is make sure you've got the correct tip on your soldering iron. So this tip I've got here is just fine if you're soldering a circuit board or something. But to solder these batteries, what we need is something more like this. Okay, it's nice and thick. You're going to get lots of heat in the job really quickly. And that's what we need to do. We don't want to overheat the terminals on the battery. So we're going to use the right soldering tip. And another thing I'm going to use is thicker solder. So this is 1 mil solder. This is 1.5 mil solder. So on the battery terminals, I'll be using the 1.5 mil solder, so we can get a lot of solder on there quickly and of course with this tip here, get the heat on there quickly too. We'll just hold these batteries in place with some blue tack so they don't move. Now I've already tinned these terminal ends, we'll just put a little bit more solder on there, straight in and straight off again. Don't hang around there, just get straight in, get the solder on and straight off. That's about how long you should be there. Okay, no longer than that. So we don't want to heat the batteries up too much. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more solder to the bottom of the copper braid, just like that. We're just going to go straight onto the terminal there, get it lined up. Heat the whole thing, just for a couple of seconds and off again. And same on the other side. Get the heat in there, and I'm just holding it down with the pliers until the solder sets. And there we go. Right, so let's do a comparison of the copper braid joint and the welder joint. Okay, so let's bring both these in here together, and there we go. There's a comparison of both the joints. I'll go ahead and finish the battery pack now, and I think I'll use the welding tool. The copper braid is great. The battery pack will stand up to higher amp draw, but for my purposes the welding tool does quite a good job, so I'm going to complete the battery pack using that method. Okay, well, that's it. Until next time, happy flying.